Darlene Smith, sharing is caring, tips of the day during the virus. I know, we're still moving forward, we're still sharing, we're still caring, and yes, the virus is still here as well. You know, one of the things that is always interesting is playing victim. Playing victim. Now, this necessarily is not you who's watching this, sharing is caring, but I'm sure you know people who are experts at playing the victim. You know, just like the washer goes around and so does the dryer. Well, so do victims. They just go around and it's the same thing over and over. Well, why do they? It's a coping strategy, right? And they're also, a lot of times, they're looking for attention. They're attention seekers. And they think that that's the only way that they could get. Sharing is caring is about positive. You need attention for positive things, not rewarding negative things. You know, victims, they make a variety of reasons as to justify why they're playing the victim and abusing others, right? How they manipulate others. Well, they're generally emotionally weak people that tend to do when things don't go their way, and that's what they do. Play the victim. Always. Why do they do that? Well, they want to project their anger on others, right? I'm sure you can think of some circumstances. Now, don't get me wrong, things can happen. There are times that it's legitimate that you are a victim, but it's not the same as playing the victim all the time. I am always the victim. You know, they feel justified in complaining about their unfortunate circumstances because it means they don't have to do anything about it. I don't play the victim, it's always somebody else. What are some signs that you can think of about playing victims? Well, number one, yes, they complain a lot. That's their way. That's how they get energized, right? And they think everything is happening to them. Can you think of some circumstances? Someone who's been always playing the victim? It always happens to me. Why does this always happen to me? Oh, things always go wrong, right? Yes, things go wrong in our life, but not always. But remember, what you focus on expands. So if you focus on always that negative stuff and why does it, yeah, you're going to get more of it. They think they don't have any control. Isn't that interesting? That it's always them. They have no control of not being the victim. Passive aggressive. I'm sure you can think of a few examples of that. They use obligation words a lot, like should, right, wrong. Think about that. If you think about somebody who, I know there's people popping in your mind and thinking, yeah, we know. They're constantly holding it's the poor me sign all the time. Again, things happen, but not all the time. Poor me, right? They're the people who walk around, it's always the self-pity. You know, that is not attractive. If anything, you know, those type of people who play victim can be very draining on you as well. So think about it. What are put down below? What might be some other signs that you've seen of people you know that constantly play the victim? And I'm sure you can think of, oh yes, so-and-so is always playing the victim. It's always poor me. Things always happen to me. Why? It's all about me, right? Nothing ever goes good in my life. Think about it. What do they do with your energy? Just like the washer. It goes around and around. And then what happens? You get drained. But we, sharing with caring, we don't play victims. But learn how to identify them and not let them drain you. Sharing is caring, because we don't play victims.